I really want to get City Skylines too. I really want to get it so bad that I'm debating on whether or not to buy it. And the reason why it's such a huge issue, I'm waiting for a couple of paychecks. Not that I don't have the money now to buy it, but everything I'm reading in articles and hearing from other gamers that have played City Skylines 2, it's not worth buying right now with all the issues it has in terms of performance. Let's be perfectly clear on that. So I'm sitting here knowing that the game's not up to par. I don't want to have that ruined experience where I jumped into it and I'm like, oh my god, this is ass, dude. What is going on? Everything's all over the place. My frames are 16 frames per second. What is going on? I'm on a 3080. Why can I not get more than 16 freaking frames here, dude? You know, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to have that experience. So I'm at that point where I'm like, when I get a check or two coming in, or maybe even 4, because at this point, it'll be about 4 weeks or so after. How long has City Skylines 2 been out? I don't know. Whenever it came out. So count every Friday of direct deposits going into my freaking bank account is me going, I'll take $5 and put it over here until I accumulate like $100. And they'd be like, okay, now I got $100 and I'm going to waste it on a game that I already know is going to disappoint me to hell. You know, I don't want to justify it. I don't want to pay for a game that I already think is like going to be horrible for me because I hate playing games that launch and have all these issues. It's like the industry standard now. So I'm like just putting money to the side in very small amounts because the odds are that week by week, you know, that goes by, eventually some of the major issues will be gone. We'll be left with like the medium to small issues, hopefully. If they can figure out their LOD issue that they got going on, that'd be cool. I don't think they are, though. They did a tweak, like a band-aid, but they didn't actually fix it. But I want to buy City Skylines 2. I just don't want to use money that I could use for food, pay my ridiculous high phone bill, buy my mom some medicine, you know, for her treatments. Yeah, like there's just, you save up for a better car or just another car in general. You know, these things are in my head, like, or take care of my family, buy some toys for my baby. These thoughts are in my head, like, do I want to waste $60 or 100, whatever, you know, because you got to get the limited edition, right? You got to get all the bells and whistles. Otherwise, you're just cheating on yourself. This freaking gaming industry, dude. But yeah, so $100 down the drain. I already know that, or I'm already going into it thinking this. Okay. So I'm going paycheck by paycheck and just putting like $5 or $10 to the side and giving them time to come out with updates. So eventually, and I keep checking on it every other week. Sometimes I'll check it out every other day in the same week. And just like right now, I haven't checked it out in almost a week and a half, and I just looked at my first City Skylines 2 article. And I see this thing where it says, City Skylines 2 boss says, quote, if you dislike the simulation, this game just might not be for you, end quote. Now, this is perfectly true, but you should not say that. As somebody that's trying to sell I'm trying to leave cuss words out of my freaking recordings. But as somebody who's trying to sell a product and you already have a fan base of simulation gamers that love that. And let's be honest, any gamer is not just one type of gamer. We play all types of games. But you got some gamers that enjoy the simulation more than others, and they play it, and they liked your first one, City Skylines, which I do have. I'm not a big simulation gamer, but whenever I get bored, you know, I'll pull it up. I haven't played Cities Skylines, but for maybe 20 hours. And I've only played it for like 1 or 2 weeks or a month, and that's how I got that 20 hours, was like in a month time. And I never touched the game ever again. So that shows how much I like it. But City Skylines 2, I don't know. It feels right for me. like in my with my time that I have now, which I'm about to lose because I start a new job in like 2 days, which is gonna take a lot of my free time away because I was in between jobs. So I was thinking, man, City of Skylines would be that kind of cool ass game to play because I got the whole day free. Well, minus when dealing with family stuff, but and chores around the house, typical things, typical adult things, minus the job. So now that the job's there, I'm like, cool, I still get 3 days off. So I work 4 days, which is cool. So I still got 3 days, which is nice. But the thing is, like, am I going to have time for simulation gaming like I thought I was going to have? I don't know, man. I'm all over the place. But I do want to play it. The urge is still there. But then when I see these articles, um, yeah, so, the quote, and this came off Games Radar. Now, Games Radar makes a bunch of articles that I hate, but every once in a while I'll throw them a bone because they upload something I think is interesting. Interesting. Like this one, and the quote is, now I don't like when they just say the City Skylines boss from Marina. How do you pronounce that last name? Halikanen? Halikanen? We'll go with that. Marina Halikanen, CEO of developer Colossal Order, suggested that players would just have to get used to the gameplay issues of City of Skylines 2. Did they say that specifically? That you would just have to get used to the issues? Hold on. Quote, when it comes to the gameplay and simulation, we set goals for the games, and we have reached those goals, Halikanen said, in a comment on the game's official forums. Okay. Quote, surely there are issues that we're looking into and fixing bugs, but the overall gameplay experience is what we aim for. City Skylines 2 is the better game compared to the first one. If you dislike the simulation, this game just might not be for you. End quote. Why would you ever say that? Maybe I'm assuming it's a she. Maybe she is being generous or not generous, kind. She's trying to be just, humble. She thinks she is, right? And saying like, "Hey, this might not be for you, like we'll take the L. We didn't design a good game for you." Or, "Yeah, we designed a mediocre game. Just might not be for you." But I'm telling you right now, as somebody that is designing a product and you're trying to maximize your sales to a wide range of audience, different gamers, people that love games, how are you gonna say something like that to an FPS gamer? FPS gamer, or used to be. That's how I started, really. How are you gonna say that? I play RPGs, I play FPS, I do it all. But how the hell are you gonna tell that to a hardcore FPS gamer? All they do is play Valorant, uh, Counter Strike, Call of Duty. What are those freaking battle royale games? I don't know. I never got into that stuff. I kind of got out of FPS and Halo Reach, but and Battlefield 4. The thing is, they're not. They're gonna read something like that and go, they're gonna meme on you. The whole gaming community is gonna meme on you. When you say shit like that, I said I was gonna not cuss in this video, and I'm already doing it. But this, I don't know, this kind of annoys me. Why would you even say something so boneheaded? I'm gonna sell this product to everybody, but if you don't like it, hey, that's cool. Maybe it's just not for you. How about listen to some feedback? Is there enough parrots in the comment section saying the same thing? Like, hey, your game sucks. You should fix this one glaring issue. Oh, there is? Oh, maybe you should listen to them. Maybe you should take it for feedback for City Skylines 3. Maybe we should look at City Skylines 2 as a stepping stone and step the fuck over it. I just cussed again. So, yeah. I don't know. I just don't know where people think they can say something like that from that position and think everything is going to be fine. Like, if anybody's going to take them just as a normal person on the street, normal person on the street says, oh, it might not just be your game, dude. Fine, you didn't design it. You're not trying to get my money. You're not the reason why I'm trying to have a good time with this game. It's the person that's in the freaking company that designed the game, the head of it, or CEO. I don't even know what CEO is anymore. I used to think CEO was like the top thing. Then everybody's coming up with title for everything. Chief Science Officer. And I'm like, are these guys like splitting atoms? You know, so it's just annoying when I see stuff like this, because I want to jump into the game. And I'm going to go ahead and read a little bit more of this article. With all that in mind, Halikanen's comment pretty quickly rubbed players the wrong way. I'm glad. Because it rubbed me the wrong way. I'm just looking at it right now. All I did was read the title and I got rubbed the wrong way. Quote, Halikan says, quote, what incredibly out of touch, or no, I'm so sorry. That was not Halikan. This, I guess this is somebody, a Reddit commenter or somebody like that, but anyway, Reddit or whoever this came from, quote, what an incredibly out of touch thing to say to your player base, given the state of their game, end quote. My point exactly. Didn't even have to get to that. This was not pre-read. I literally saw the title, went to OBS, start recording, just started spewing things out of my mouth hole. Is there any more like this? Oh, well, it says that Halikan pretty quickly backed off of that statement, saying, quote, I apologize for the formulation of my response above. My intent was to point out that while we do our best to improve the game, we will never be able to please absolutely everyone. We are fixing bugs and improving the game, combining our vision with the feedback and bug reports we're getting from you, the community, end quote. That doesn't sound like you're walking anything back. That, to me, that sounds like you're doubling down, just in a nicer way. Just stop. You put your right foot in your mouth, and now you're putting your left foot in your mouth. You completed the transformation of looking like an idiot. Just stop. And if you're wondering which part I'm talking about exactly, it will be, we will never be able to please absolutely everyone. Of course you won't be able to. But the point is don't start off with, this may not be the game for you. That's admitting defeat. I don't know. I'm gonna end it here. I saw that article and I was like, holy crap. I had to say something on it just real fast. Anyway, see ya.